Northwest warning. On the evening of September 30th, 2015, an ominous thread went up on 4chan from an anonymous user stating, "Some of you guys are alright. Don't go to school tomorrow if you are in the Northwest. Happening thread will be posted tomorrow morning. So long, space robots." The contents of this post alongside the picture of Pepe the Frog holding a gun painted a clear picture of what the OP meant. Essentially, he was about to do something horrible the next morning, and this was his way of getting some online attention before that. Now, threats like these aren't exactly rare on 4chan, as most of them end up being nothing more than hoaxes. So, some users didn't take the post seriously at all, while others sarcastically told the OP that they would be watching the news in anticipation. The OP, however, stayed adamant about his plans and even replied stating, "We'll post again in the AM, 10-minute countdown. Won't say more, too much to prepare." This was a short-lived thread that quickly got lost in the endless supply of content on 4chan. However, what happened the next day left everyone who saw the thread in shock. On the morning of October 1st, a deadly shooting occurred at Umpqua Community College in Oregon, with the suspect being identified as 26-year-old Chris Harper Mercer. Chris was presumably the anonymous author of this post a day prior. The 4chan thread was quickly discovered and put under investigation by the authorities, and for good reason. The original post was one thing, but what made the connection even stronger was the conversation the OP had with another user. Most of that original thread has since been deleted, but according to the few surviving reports, one of the other users, thinking the OP was joking, actually gave advice on how to carry out the attack, with the OP thanking them for the tip. A day later, parts of the incident were exactly as this random user advised. However, despite this connection, nothing much came of this investigation for the next 8 or so years. That is, until the FBI released a document with a twist that no one saw coming. According to this heavily redacted document, the person who made the 4chan post had nothing to do with the incident. The FBI managed to track down the anonymous poster in less than 24 hours and conducted a thorough investigation into his life. The OP, let's call him John, was actually a young man from Florida who originally grew up in Michigan. Apparently, him making the thread about an upcoming incident the next day was nothing more than a massive coincidence. He had no knowledge of the attack beforehand and had no connection to Chris, the actual perpetrator. The odds of John randomly predicting such a specific event are astronomically low. No one would even believe this report if it wasn't directly from the FBI itself. And many people today don't even believe this, arguing that it's too much of a coincidence to not have been posted by Chris. Another possibility, something that the FBI report didn't mention, is that maybe Chris only came across this 4chan thread, which would explain why he used the same tactics described there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any evidence supporting or denying this theory.